Welcome to CBTsport.net Game of the Week. Bringing you high school, college, amateur, semi-pro, and professional sports video from right here in Central Vermont. Over a decade of local Central Vermont sports video action. Get ready, because it's time for the CBTsport.net Game of the Week.
My daddy made this. Daddy!
This game is made possible by CVTV723.org. If you want to support live-streamed Spalding High School sports, please go to CVTV723.org and look for the Donate Now tab.
Welcome to Williamstown High School hoop fans, where tonight we have the Williamstown Blue Devil boys coming in with a record of 4-3 on a 2-game winning streak as well, playing host to the Thetford Academy Panthers. The Panthers coming in with a record of 5-1, and also they can claim fame to the defending Division III champs. Welcome in, everybody. Lori Shepard alongside Brandon Walker, color and producing and everything else on the camera, Garrett Sicily. It's like I got the A-team around me tonight, and I don't mean me, I mean these guys. Welcome in, Brandon, and I think we've got we've got a good one tonight. We've got a great one tonight. We've got Williamstown coming in, like I said, on a 2-game winning streak, sitting at 4-3. You've got Thetford Academy, the Division III defending state champs, coming in at 5-1, coming off of a victory over the Hazen Wildcats Friday night, 49-39. First of all, holding them to 39 points, and it's not easy to go into Hazen and come out of there with a W. So confidence has got to be at an all-time high as we start to approach that halfway point in the season. Williamstown, I think, on the flip side, starting to play their best ball, starting to get into the groove. You got, it's weird for me to say first-year head coach Sid Sweet, because he's been at the helm here at Williamstown for over 25 years with the girls program, first year with the boys program. But we got a good one here tonight. Two teams playing their best ball right now as we get towards that halfway point of the season.
Absolutely, we do, Lori. Definitely looking forward to tonight's matchup. And in speaking with Coach Jason Gray, I'm going to jump right into it. One of his keys to the game was simply to put the ball in the hoop. He mentioned that consistency has been a bit of a struggle. However, you know, coming in with that 5-1 record, the team is confident. Another point of emphasis for him tonight was to take care of the basketball and play a strong man-to-man defense against the lengthy Blue Devils.
And that's what I heard. You know, moving very well without the ball, a tough defensive team. As I was coming back to the table, I was talking to Matthew Vivian's mother, who said he held Moody up at Hazen scoreless in the first half. Like, and I'm pretty sure when I read the score, it was like he had 10 or 11 points. That's not an easy job right there.
No, absolutely not. Mr. Moody over at Hazen can shoot the lights out when given the opportunity. So to hold him scoreless for the first half is an incredible feat, to say the least.
Absolutely. And for Williamstown, we'll have to see if Vivian will be guarding Evan Bailey. He is coming off a Saturday win over Northfield, where he posted a stat line of 32 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists. One away in both those last two categories from a triple-double. So Evan Bailey has found his stroke. He can shoot lights out. And you've got Nick Massetti, the inside-outside guy, who is such a glass eater for Williamstown.
Absolutely, and then you throw Colby Lagner, more length down low for the Blue Devils, and add Alex Clark as the other perimeter threat for Williamstown. The team, like you said, Lori, really rounding into form and starting to play their best ball. Should be a great game here tonight.
Brandon, I'll let you look at the Thetford Academy starting five.
Absolutely, jumping right into it, starting at guard. The senior wearing number 1, as Lori mentioned, will be Matthew Vivian. Joining him will be another senior wearing number 2, Liam Murphy. Another senior wearing number 3, Dempsey McGovern. And another senior wearing number 4, Hunter Clay. Rounding out the starting 5 for the Panthers will be a senior wearing number 11, Dylan Vance.
And for the Williamstown Blue Devils, coming in with a record of 4-3 in the backcourt, a senior, number 3, Evan Bailey. In the backcourt, a sophomore, number 4, Alex Clark. Rounding out the backcourt, a junior, number 11, Caleb Jarvis Comey. In the frontcourt, a junior, number 13, Nick Massetti. And rounding out the starting 5 for Coach Sid Sweet, a junior forward, number 44, Colby Lagner. We are just a national anthem away from the tip of this Division III-4 game with the Williamstown Blue Devils hosting the Thetford Academy Panthers.
Thanks for joining us on this CVTsport.net local high school sports video production. If you'd like to help support our coverage, you can use the Venmo or PayPal app and just scan the QR codes above to donate and help support our free live coverage. If you'd like to join the CVTsport.net team, we're always looking for producers, commentators, and camera people. Email info@cvtsport.net for more information. Thanks for watching.
Back here at Williamstown High School, Lori Shepard alongside Brandon Walker and Garrett Sicily on the camera. I went to see a Division III powerhouse. I always forget Williamstown's in 4. As we look quickly at Division IV, you got West Rutland at 8-1, Danville at 7-2, and Twinfield at 7-2 as well. Keys to the game for Coach Sid Sweet: rebound, get on the defensive boards. When we watched them against Twinfield, that was a little Achilles heel out of that game, and keep them in front. I love that one a ton. And let's get out in transition and run the floor. Off the tip, Thetford in their road blue, Williamstown in their home white. Thetford wins the tip. Murphy against that zone. It looks like a 1-3-1 trapping zone. Nick Massetti at the top with his length. Trying to get down low is Liam Murphy, and a turnover for Williamstown.
And I love that you mentioned the length of Massetti being at the top of that 1-3-1 defense, Lori. It really wreaked havoc against the Marauders of Northfield this weekend when they faced them. Caused a lot of turnovers as he was able to reach around and tap the ball away and, just put his hands up and be a force at the top.
His length is insane. So a turnover by Williamstown gives the possession back to the Panthers. And there's Massetti with that length. Nice unselfish move by Massetti. As running the weak side was Alex Clark. That is a 7-foot wingspan, if not longer, on Nick Massetti.
And throw on top of that the court vision he has right there. Excellent dish to Clark, drawing the foul for the Blue Devils early.
So that foul's going to go on Hunter Clay, the first on him and the first on the Panthers. Massetti loses a handle on the ball. Here comes McGovern the other way. to Clay. Clay, who had a leading scorer for Thetford in that win over Hazen on Friday night. From the baseline, shot goes up by Dempsey McGovern, and then nothing but net. Kobe Wagner with an offensive board for Williamstown. And the tie-up possession is going to stay right here with the Blue Devils. Inbounding it will be Evan Bailey for Williamstown. To Wagner. Bailey being guarded by Vivian, who we just spoke about. Shot goes up by Bailey, almost gets to shoot a roll. Deflects out to Alex Clark, who lays it in.
Good job by Wagner to keep that ball alive. And Lori, this is the first game I have seen both Bassetti and Wagner start alongside one another. Typically, Keaton Hall is in the starting lineup for the Blue Devils. So I like the look from them, being aggressive early on, trying to take advantage with their length. So far, paying dividends.
Absolutely, love having the two big guys in there together. Defensive board for Williamstown. Evan Bailey brings it the other way, tries to skip pass over to Clark. Deflects right into Clark's hands. And here comes Jarvis Comey. And trying to save it from going out of bounds was Evan Bailey, but not able to do so. Got the high energy and the high jitters here in the first few minutes.
Absolutely, this place is electric right now, Lori. The crowd is so into it. I'm hearing them almost over you and I trying to commentate this game right now.
Good job dribbling out of the double team, the trap by the Blue Devils. And a traveling call on Thetford as they're trying to pass or dribble, split the defense to not get caught in that trap. But just a little overzealous, dragging the pivot foot. Possession will go back to Williamstown. Bailey over to Clark. Clark for three. And Clark with all points here, the sophomore sharpshooter. All 5 points for the Blue Devils here in the early going.
That right there is the only kryptonite of having Bassetti at the top of that 1-3-1. If he is going to pick up fouls that far away from the bucket, I'm sure Coach Sweet will not allow him to be out there for much longer in this first half. At the top of that zone, that is.
So Bassetti with the foul first on him and first on the Blue Devils. Panthers working it around nicely. Vivian for three, and it is raining threes for the Panthers here. Two threes here, 3 minutes into the game. Nice positioning by Bassetti down low on the block. Just rolls around, and coming away with the rebound is Dempsey McGovern for the Panthers. Vivian gets it down low. A nice power move by Dylan Vance, who had a nice night against the Wildcats as well on Friday. Clay over to Vance. Another three-pointer put up by Dempsey McGovern, and it is good.
Talk about answering your coach's prayers. Saying put the ball in the hoop, showing their prowess from beyond the arc early are the Panthers.
And Bassetti with a drop step in the paint. Nice offensive board. But losing a handle on it is Bailey as they try to outlet it back to Evan Bailey. Possession will go back to the Panthers. 3:56 to go here in the first quarter. Panthers on top by 4. Bringing the ball up will be Hunter Clay for Thetford. Working the ball nicely between Murphy and McGovern. Here goes McGovern for three. First one he has missed. And here come the Blue Devils up the left side. Bailey trying to turn the corner on Vivian and cannot do so. And there's that defense we talked about.
Vivian showcasing very quick hands right there as Evan Bailey barely had a chance to present the ball out in front of him as he sensed the defense coming to trap him from behind. And immediately when he did, Vivian was able to come down and take that ball away.
And Vivian misses a three, but steps in the passing lane, able to get it up ahead to Vance, who misses at the rim. And Coach Sid Sweet would like to talk to his crew Timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout. We'll take it to 3:12 to go here in the first quarter. Thetford on top by 4.
This game is made possible by locally owned Packard Fuels. Located in East Montpelier, Vermont, Packard Fuels is a proud and generous supporter of local high school sports and community events. Packard Fuels, your provider of home heating oil and service with a friendly staff that greets you with a smile. Owned by Ellery Packard III, Packard Fuels, 802-262-3835. Packard Fuels, keeping you warm.
Back here at Williamstown High School, Hoop fans, you're watching this production on CVTV 723.org and CVTsport.net. Out of the timeout coming in for Williamstown is Q Horace. And I was going to say right on cue, Horace knocks it down as he tries to get his own rebound. Corrality kicks it back out. And stepping in the passing lane is Liam Murphy, able to lay it in at the other end for Thetford.
Excellent finish by Murphy, getting it out in transition there for the Panthers. I know the Blue Devils would love to run tonight as well, Lori, so
absolutely.
Could be a back-and-forth ball game with both teams possessing great speed.
Also coming in for Williamstown is senior forward Liam Hebert, who is definitely the energy guy off the bench for Coach Sweet and the Blue Devils. I tell you what, they're going to land on this table at some point tonight.
The way that things are going, it would not surprise me. Lots of energy out there on the court.
And nice ball movement by Thetford. Chasing it down is McGovern. Back on top to Murphy. Great ball movement and great patience by the Thetford Panthers. Three-pointer is in and out. Coming away with it is Evan Bailey for Williamstown. Great defense, nice trapping defense on the ball by Bailey. He tries to go skip pass, but it goes right into the hands of Hunter Clay. McGovern back on top to Murphy. Over to Clay, and Bailey steps in the pack. Great defense here in the early going. This foul is going to go on Hunter Clay. That'll be the second team foul on Thetford, and the second on Clay.
Not a great foul to have for Coach Gray and the Panthers. 2 already here on Hunter Clay in the first quarter of play. And going the other way, Nick Massetti with the only foul for the Blue Devils. Hopefully he can avoid picking up another in the early going, as Clay will check out of the game. And into the game for Thetford will be sophomore Connor Sloop.
And Connor Sloop has got some size on him as well. This will be a fun matchup with Massetti. And right on cue, Massetti with the drop step and powers up, and right across the arm goes Sloop. That could go on Sloop or Vance. That'll be the third team foul on Thetford. And that indeed is going to go on Vance.
Again, the court awareness by both teams on display. Unfortunately there for Vance, as he tried to help out, just took a swat at the ball and made contact with Massetti as he did so, and picks up the foul, where Massetti will knock down the first of 2 at the free throw line.
Second shot by Massetti, rattles around and out. Sloop with the rebound for Thetford. Bringing it up will be Matthew Vivian. Over to Murphy. Down low to Vance on the baseline into Sloop. Nice unselfish dish from Sloop to Liam Murphy. And we'll have our second team foul on the Blue Devils. Solid ball movement by both ball clubs here in the first quarter. Into the game for Williamstown is Keaton Hall, the sophomore guard.
Speaking of sharpshooters, Lori, I have seen Keaton Hall scorch the nets from beyond the arc. Not a quick release, however, he is excellent at shooting with a hand in his face.
Nice. Both shots by Liam Murphy are good. 7-point lead for Thetford. Also in for Williamstown, sophomore guard Chris Collins. Dumping it down low to Wagner. And we're going to have a push foul from behind on Connor Sloop. That will be the 4th team foul on the Panthers and the 1st on Sloop. Inbounding it will be Alex Clark for Williamstown. Into Horace. Loses a handle on it, and grabbing the handle is Vance up ahead to Vivian. And the flying, soaring rebound. Dylan Vance rebounded the basketball in the air and laid it in, all in one motion.
Yeah, you talk about athleticism, Lori. As he did so, not to mention he was probably going at least 15, 16 miles an hour, soaring past the basket. Excellent, excellent finish by Dylan Vance.
And when he rebounded it, his forehead was above the rim. Just casually laid it right in, soft off the glass. Coming in for Williamstown, back in is Caleb Jarvis Comey. Also in is freshman guard Chase Wilkin. And that shot goes up in the finish at the rim by Dempsey McGovern. First field goal that was not a three-pointer for McGovern. Possession will stay right here with the Blue Devils. Inbounding it will be Caleb Jarvis Comey. 31 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And what a great job. I mean, you talk about one pass away and stepping in that passing lane. Thetford's defensive assignments, I have yet to see them miss one. Rotations are there.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Lori, Coach Gray talked about having a strong man-to-man presence defensively tonight. And I'm noticing for the Blue Devils, those who have just recently checked into the game in the form of Hull and Wilkin, a bit late getting to the ball, and they are quickly learning that the energy on the court out there tonight is a little bit different than maybe most of the other games they've played this season. Going to need to come hard to the ball every single pass that you are receiving here tonight, because otherwise the Panthers are more than willing to step in front.
And they double up. They trap nicely when you get near that key. And in trapping, they do such a good job because they're not reaching in, and there's no fouls being called. It's just straight up, take away your vision defense. And that shot by Dylan Vance will end the first quarter. All Thetford as they're putting on a bit of a defensive clinic. Brandon and I will be right back with the second quarter. Panthers on top by 11.
Granite, coffee, manufacturing, food.
It's not easy to make a living in Vermont. We really are the bank behind almost every industry. We care about businesses growing and succeeding because that success is our success. We're a $1 billion bank made up of thousands of Vermont businesses.
Our customers make fresh coffee for great conversations and pull us out of the ditch on a cold, snowy night.
Wherever you are laying down your roots, taking a risk, building a dream, we're here.
Back here at Williamstown High School, Hoop fans, you're watching this production on CVTV723.org and CVTsport.net. A very entertaining first quarter finds the Panthers on top by 11. Possession goes to the Panthers. And they're losing the possession out of bounds is Spencer Durkee, who checked in near the end of the first quarter for the Panthers.
Notably, Lori, the Blue Devils going much deeper on their bench to this point in the game. However, for Coach Jason Gray and the Panthers, they've definitely had more than the stamina necessary to maintain control of this game.
Bailey receives a ball screened by Massetti. Working it around to Clark. Back out to Bailey. Bailey trying to go baseline, cut off nicely by the defense. Oh, Bailey got Vivian up in the air and took full advantage of that. Nice three-pointer. That will get some confidence going here for Evan Bailey. That was a nice ball fake. Vivian ran into the bleachers almost on that one.
Absolutely was. Lori taking advantage of his opponent's aggressiveness and exploiting it. Finishing at the rim for the Panthers is Liam Murphy, the senior. But that move by Bailey was good. Wise for him to hunt his shot early in this ball game, as I don't believe he'd attempted a field goal previously.
Exactly. We're going to have a foul here on Thetford. It's going to send Alex Clark to the line, the sophomore guard who already has 5 points on the night. This foul is going against Murphy. It is his first and the team's first. First shot by Clark, back iron.
Something tells me, Lori, in a game of this nature, free throws are going to be paramount, so both teams would be wise to knock down any opportunities they have at the charity stripe.
Back into the game, senior guard Hunter Clay and his 2 fouls for Thetford. His second shot is good by Clark. Clay will bring the ball up the floor. Down to Vivian, who attacks the baseline. Nice attack and tries to get it to Clay, but Massetti there to step into the passing lane. Clark with the step through. And the kick out to Jarvis Comey. Possession will stay right here with the Blue Devils.
And right there, Lori, that's an example of the length of Colby Lagner affecting the game. Didn't even have to touch the basketball. Instead, just his presence making the Panthers rush a bit, trying to corral the rebound, and instead they tip it out of bounds. Possession retained by Williamstown.
Clark looking for Bailey, cutting back door, defended nicely, back on top to Massetti. Jarvis Comey. Nice ball movement by the Blue Devils. On top to Massetti, gives a nice little ball fake, pull up in the paint. A little bit of back iron, and coming away with the rebound is Murphy for the Panthers. Murphy over to Clay, skip over to Vivian. Great ball movement, shot goes up by Clay, side iron. Here comes Alex Clark. Up ahead to Evan Bailey. Clark pulls up for 3. Got a good look, just didn't get his legs under him.
Got a great look, Lori, just a step farther back than I think he realized he was from beyond the arc. He was a good ways out there and left it a little bit short.
Murphy will bring it up for the Panthers. Little 2-man game with Clay, down to Vivian on the baseline. Nice job behind the zone by Matthew Vivian. He just snuck behind there. That was a nice cut to the basket and lay in. 21-9. Bailey in the paint, and he gets that nice soft shooter's teardrop roll. 5 points for the senior guard. Clay to Murphy. Murphy kicks it back out to Vivian. Looks like Vivian and Clay will reset the offense. Looking for a cutting McGovern. Didn't happen this time. But off a Blue Devil, possession will stay with the Panthers.
Like the thought there by Clay. Unfortunately, he and McGovern not on the same page. But fortunately for the Panthers, tipped out instead of turned over, and they retain possession along the baseline now.
Offensive board by Connor Snoop gives the Panthers another possession. And trying to pass out of that trap. A little airmail on that one will give the ball right back to the Blue Devils. Coming back into the game for Williamstown is freshman guard Chase Wilkin. Also coming in is junior forward Carter Smith, along with Massetti, Clark, and Bailey for Williamstown. Clark receives the ball screen, picks up his dribble. Smith back to Clark, looks down low to Massetti. Massetti with a drop step, and help defense came quickly in the form of Spencer Durkee. Here comes Thetford the other way. Skip over to Clark. Back out to Vance, and finishing at the rim is Durkee.
Great positioning there by Durkee to use his body, create space, corral the offensive rebound, and calmly lay it back up and in with the presence of Nick Massetti lurking.
Oh, nice save by Clark, as it looked like the ball was going to go out of bounds. And hitting Massetti on that ball side block. Massetti lays it in, and he will go to the line try to finish off the old-fashioned three-point play. Back in for Williamstown, sophomore guard Chris Collins. Massetti not able to finish off the three-point play. Murphy back on top to Clay. Down low to Durkee on the baseline. Durkee didn't step towards the pass. Bailey with the steal, and here comes Evan Bailey the other way. Down low to Massetti. He gets double teamed, but nice step through by Massetti. Nice, powerful step through. Kept the ball up, elbows out, not swinging them, just protecting the ball, and a nice step through and finish by Massetti.
Right you are, Lori. Massetti's footwork in the post is almost unmatched in the area. Some of the most smooth post moves I have seen in a while.
And a block at the other end. Here come the Blue Devils. Evan Bailey will set up the offense for Williamstown. 8-point lead. Bailey pulls up for three. And a scrum for the ball. Coming away with it is Dylan Vance for Thetford. Up ahead to Clay. Clay with a runner, no good. And Massetti there rips down the board for Williamstown. Oh, and just on the pass from Collins to Bailey, just off the fingertips. Those are the turnovers, you just want it back.
Lori, I want to take a minute to recognize, it's something that's so overlooked. Coach Sid Sweet wanted to get out and transition and run. Every single play, the Panthers are not only crashing the boards, but they're having one, if not two players rotate back and cover any leak-out opportunities, and that is preventing the Blue Devils from getting out and pushing the ball in transition. It's really impressive and fundamentally sound basketball they're playing.
Fundamentally sound. Well said, partner. Well said. Massetti with another board for Williamstown. Big possession for the Blue Devils. Bailey. Swarming defense. You cannot bring that ball down. Chase Wilkin. Over to Collins on the baseline. Back out the top to Wilkin. Bailey to Massetti in the high post. Massetti tries for the jump through, but double teaming quickly are the Panthers. Resetting the offense are the Blue Devils. Over to Massetti. It could be a travel call on Massetti.
Massetti did well to attack there as he got past Sloop and saw Hunter Clay in his sights with those two fouls. Unfortunately there, trying to gather and take that final hop step, called for the travel.
Vivian back into the game for Thetford. Horace back into the game for the Williamstown Blue Devils. Also into the game, Carter Smith. Another baseline up and step through by... That one must have been on McGovern, right? Nice step through by McGovern. I thought I saw number 5, and I'm like, there's no 5 out there. So a nice step through by Dempsey McGovern. Gives him 10 points here in the first half.
Yeah, excellent.
Sweet move.
Excellent move, yeah, silky smooth, you might say, as he weaves through the defense, utilizing that shot fake, and then popping up through right underneath the basket to lay that ball in for 2 more, extending the Panther lead to 10.
Into the game for Williamstown as Coach Sid Sweet keeps them fresh. Liam Heber and Colby Lagner. Bailey. Dribble drive. Loses the handle on the ball and will go off of Bailey. Possession will go back to the Panthers. Stick around after the game where we will have the CVTsport.net player of the game. Great ball movement by the Panthers, trying to get it down low to Amber. Tommy Amber, who has checked in for the Panthers, guarded nicely by Lagner. That was probably the first bad pass, entry pass I've seen the Panthers make. Play to inbound to Vivian. Off the foot of Vivian as he tries to turn the corner. Possession will go back to Williamstown, 10-point lead for the Panthers. Bailey over to Clark. Nice backdoor cut by Evan Bailey. I had it. My hands were ready.
You just had to make a comment, Lori, prior to the game, asking if we'd ever been cleaned out over at the table. That is the second ball of the first half that has come close to doing so.
Wagner with his own rebound, not able to finish at the rim. And coming away with it for the Panthers is Dylan Vance. I mean, there's courtside and there's courtside. On top to Clay, over to McGovern. Back on top to Clay. They work around that four-corner offense. High post to Vance. And the three-pointer to finish off the half for Dempsey McGovern gives him 3 threes here in the first half. What an entertaining, fast-paced first half. Brandon and I will step out for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll break down the first half and take a look at scoring. One half in the books. Panthers on top by 13. We'll be right back.
Williamstown boys basketball is made possible by Hart Electric. 802-431-8474 for all your electrical needs out of Williamstown, Vermont, Hart Electric. And by Pro Heat, 1689 Vermont 14 in East Montpelier, 802-479-9330, professional, reliable, and on time. Also by Sweets Pellet Service out of Williamstown, Vermont, 802-461-9194. Also by Sweets Plumbing and Heating, 802-498-4918. Also brought to you by Yipes of Barry. Auto accessories, apparel, graphics, signs, and banners on 439 North Main Street in Barry, 479-0055. Williamstown boys basketball is also made possible by Barry Tile, Morrison, and Clark on Vermont 14, 889 South Barry. For all your tile and flooring needs, Barry Tile, Morrison, and Clark, 802-476-0912. And also brought to you by McCaskill Custom Carpentry. They're insured and they offer full free estimates. They do siding, roofing, additions, new builds, finish work, concrete. They offer interior and exterior painting. They are lead paint removal and renovation, and they are RRPM certified in lead paint. They also offer cleanouts, trash hauling, and gravel hauling. You can reach McCaskill Custom Carpentry at 802-272-8198 or email them at mikemccaskill13@gmail.com. That's McCaskill Custom Carpentry. Tournament Specialties is a proud sponsor of Central Vermont sports. If you are in need of decorated apparel such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, or outerwear, look no further. Tournament Specialties is located in Barrie and would love to work with you on taking your design to the next level. In addition to their embroidery and printing services, they now have a laser etching system that allows for custom etching on drinkware, leather, patches for caps, and other etching needs. Jeff would also be happy to discuss custom online storefront options for your organization. If you are looking for a creative way to fundraise, this has proven to work very well for many local teams and organizations. To learn more, email Jeff at tournamentdesigns@gmail.com.
This game is also made possible by Vermont Fellowship of Christian Athletes, established in 1954, a community working to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. You can find more information at fcavermont.org, and you can contact them by email at glennolson@fca.org.
Granite, coffee, manufacturing, food.
It's not easy to make a living in Vermont. We really are the bank behind almost every industry. We care about businesses growing and succeeding because that success is our success. We're a billion-dollar bank made up of thousands of Vermont businesses.
Our customers make fresh coffee for great conversations and pull us out of the ditch on a cold, snowy night.
Wherever you are laying down your roots, taking a risk, building a dream, we're here.
Thanks for joining us on this CVTsport.net local high school sports video production. If you'd like to help support our coverage, you can use the Venmo or PayPal app and just scan the QR codes above to donate and help support our free live coverage. If you'd like to join the CVTsport.net team, we're always looking for producers, commentators, and camera people. Email info@cvtsport.net for more information. Thanks for watching. This game is made possible by CVTV723.org. If you want to support live-streamed Spalding High School sports, please go to CVTV723.org and look for the Donate Now tab.
Vermont middle and high school students can start college for free at the Community College of Vermont. Get a taste of college life and learn about options after high school by attending an Access Day and enrolling in our Intro to College and Careers class. Juniors and seniors are eligible for 2 dual enrollment vouchers, each good for 1 free CCV course. And seniors can complete their last year of high school and first year of college at the same time through the Early College program. They can even stay at CCV and earn a free associate degree through the McClure Free Degree Promise. Learn more at gotocollegevt.org.
Back here at Williamstown High School, and even the halftime show is entertaining here. Nothing better, and I'm trying to guess the grades here. I'm going 5-6, 3-4, 3-4 probably.
I'm going to say 3-4, Lori.
These young men just put on a heck of a show at halftime. Back to the game that we were about 1 minute from the second half. We've got 4 3-pointers in the first half by Thetford Academy. 3 of those by McGovern. He leads all scorers with 13 points. Vivian with 5 and Murphy with 6 to round out the scoring for Thetford. On the Williamstown side, Evan Bailey with 5 points, Alex Clark with 6 points, and Nick Massetti with 5. Thetford, Vance, and Durkee with a field goal as well. I will say this, very energetic, very entertaining. 2 teams that got the basketball IQ oozing out of this gym. Just a little bit better defense by the Panthers in the first half.
I would agree with you, Lori. Both the defensive end of the basketball and also that ball movement offensively has just amazed me to this point in the game by the Panthers. And switching sides over to the Blue Devils, you're only mentioning 3 names in the scoring column.
Right.
That is definitely not something that they are accustomed to offensively. I know there are many, many players on that team that are more than capable of putting the ball in the basket. If they're able to do so in this second half, we could see a comeback by Williamstown.
Absolutely. Coach Sweet talked about the rebounding, the defensive rebound. They've done a fairly good job on the board. Good job on the offensive boards as well, just not able to finish at the rim a few times. And keeping them in front, good job, but what was happening for McGovern is he was raining threes in that. He hit the first 2 threes of the game, and that's just a confidence builder right there. And like you said, Brandon, just such good patience in the half-court set, spreading it out into that 4 corners. They got caught in some traps in the early going, but just very good, quick passing out of the trap the rest of the first half. Williamstown will have possession to start the second half. Massetti will inbound to Evan Bailey. Lagner in the high post. Nice quick first step by Lagner and finish at the rim. And Brandon, what you just said, you need more scorers, and what a great start. And that first step is always the big one, and Lagner took a big step and finished softly at the rim.
And that's that advantage of Williamstown in having the length of both Massetti and Lagner on the court. Not only on the offensive end, but right here on the defensive end. Lagner down low and Massetti up top, forcing the turnover.
And Murphy losing a handle, Liam Murphy, and Williamstown finishing at the other end in the form of Massetti. So a 4-0 run, and we're not even a minute into this third quarter. Great energy by the Blue Devils. Down low, nice little shuffle pass to Clay, who finishes at the rim. First field goal of the night for Hunter Clay.
And that,
11-point lead.
I apologize, Lori. That cut right there is something you can't teach. That's just basketball instincts and knowing where to be, seeing the open space on the court and taking it by Hunter Clay. Excellent move, and he is rewarded by his teammate with the pass, finishing at the rim.
So well said, partner, that read and react. That's that basketball IQ that we are talking about from both teams here tonight. Vivian down low to McGovern, back to Vivian. They work the ball around the perimeter with such patience. McGovern down on that block is Murphy. In the high post is Vance for Thetford. We're going to have a foul on Williamstown. That is going to go on Evan Bailey. That'll be the first foul of the second half. And the first on Bailey. Clay will inbound for the Panthers. Up on top to Vivian. Down low to McGovern. Gets it down low on that block to Murphy, and taken away is Evan Bailey, and up ahead to Nick Massetti, who finishes beautifully at the rim. And what I liked about Massetti's move is he corralled himself, composed himself, and went up strong to draw the contact. You're not going to stop him on that block.
No, you're not, Lori. And drawing that contact, that being the third foul on Hunter Clay, something to keep an eye on for the Panthers, as losing Clay. It did briefly in the first half, but it could be tricky as they try to navigate this second half.
Finishing off the three-point play is Massetti. 8-point lead for the Panthers. Clay to Vance to Vivian. The shot goes up from 3 by McGovern. Not a surprise there. That's 4 3-pointers on the night for Dempsey McGovern. Into the game for Williamstown. Keaton Hall shut off on the baseline. Gets it inside to Lagner. Just a little too hard off the backboard. And coming away with the board is Liam Murphy for Thetford. skip pass to McGovern, back on top to Vivian. And stepping in the passing lane is Evan Bailey. Little runner in the paint by Bailey. Massetti like a freight train with the rebound. And the soft touch, not able to knock it down. But right there is, I believe that's Alex Clark finishing at the rim for Williamstown. Nice possession, nice job on the offensive boards by Williamstown. Up ahead to McGovern, one and done. Massetti rips down the rebound for Williamstown.
You know, Lori, some players absolutely despise shooting from the baseline. Something tells me that all Dempsey McGovern does in practice is shoot from the baseline, as he is positioned on that spot in the four-corner offense that they run and shoots it very well with no backboard to utilize.
Nice little high-low game. Wagner to Massetti. And Massetti will step back to the line to try to finish off another three-point play. And what a great high-low game by Wagner and Massetti. 7-point lead. Williamstown is chipping away here with 4:52 to go in the third quarter. Massetti finishes off his second three-point play of the quarter. 13 points for the junior guard slash forward. He can do it all. High post to Connor Slope, who has just checked in for the Panthers. Vivian comes away with the rebound, kicks it out to Vance, who can't finish. The tap out to McGovern. And Murphy will reset the offense. Quick ball movement by Thetford. And slapping it away from behind, I believe, was Horace. And here come the Blue Devils. Nice screen set. Nice screen set by Horace. This foul's going to go on Matthew Vivian.
Two sides to every story, Lori. Vivian was pleading his case that Horace actually pushed him in to Bailey, and that was the reason for the foul on that play.
Third team foul on Thetford. Hull for three. Coming away with the board is Dempsey McGovern. Up ahead to Liam Murphy. And Murphy glides to the basket and draws the contact. So Murphy will step to the line. Liam Murphy, the senior guard, to try to finish off the three-point play for the Panthers.
Lots of finishing through contact out of the break, Lori. This has been an impressive display of offense by both teams in this third quarter.
Up ahead to Massetti for three, and he knocks it down. Big shot by Nick Massetti. Makes it a 5-point advantage for the Panthers. A reach-in foul on Evan Bailey. That'll be his second and the team's third. Both teams with 3 fouls here in the third quarter, 3 apiece.
You can see the aggressiveness ramping up by both teams, Lori, as in the first half. We had a decent amount of fouls. However, I don't think we had a quarter where we had 3 from both teams just after the halfway point. Something to keep an eye on going forward, as again, I think free throws are going to play a big part in this game down the stretch.
Couldn't agree with you more, and there goes Dempsey again. From that same spot, 5 threes for Dempsey McGovern. And the step through by Clark. No foul called, and the kick up ahead to McGovern, who gives a nice ball fake to get Massetti in there and finishes at the rim, which prompts Coach Sweet to call a full timeout, and we'll take it to 3:11 to go here in the third quarter. Thetford on top, 40-30. We'll be right back.
This game is made possible by locally owned Packard Fuels. Located in East Montpelier, Vermont, Packard Fuels is a proud and generous supporter of local high school sports and community events. Packard Fuels, your provider of home heating oil and service with a friendly staff that greets you with a smile. Owned by Ellery Packard III, Packard Fuels, 802-262-3835. Packard Fuels, keeping you warm.
Back here at Williamstown High School, Lori Shepard alongside Brandon Walker, color commentating and producing, Garrett Sicily on the camera. And when Williamstown cut it to 5, I'm like, here they come, and Thetford had an answer.
In a game like this, it's always about answering, that run, that big play. Yep. So far, the Panthers have been able to live up to the task as the Blue Devils have come out and taken a swing at them early in the second half. If Williamstown can get on another run, however, though, and then ramp up the defense, they might be able to turn this thing around.
And Massetti, who is feeling it in this third quarter, puts up the 3 by poking it away, was Bailey. And Bailey for 3. Clark with the rebound on that weak side for Williamstown. Gets it back to Bailey. Bailey with a nice step through, but I think we're going to have a travel call.
Was a sweet move by Bailey, however, in freeing himself, he did, I think, just slightly drag his pivot foot as he strode through the lane. Otherwise, would have been an excellent play and finish.
And when Williamstown went on that run, it was Dempsey McGovern with the answer and the defense getting them out in transition as well. 4-corner offense. The fake by Dylan Vance and take to the rim. Second layer of that defense was Massetti. Vance able to draw the foul. That will be 3 on Massetti and 4 on Williamstown, and we still have 2:28 to go in the third quarter.
Massetti playing with a lot of energy right now, both on the offensive and defensive end of the court. Unfortunately, there got off of his feet. Dylan Vance took advantage, creating the contact and stepping to the free throw line where he is unable to knock down the first of 2.
Second shot by Vance is good. And back into the game is Colby Wagner along with Chris Collins. Massetti will take a seat on the bench with 3 fouls. Forrest just loses the ball. Just right through the fingertips. It's just like football when you're turning to make that play before you have possession. Back into the game for Williamstown, Caleb Jarvis Comey, the junior guard. Vivian to Murphy. 2-man on the perimeter. Down to Vance. Skip over to Vivian for 3. Rattles around, but right there with an offensive board is Durkee. I'm sorry, Sloop. And no go. Here come the Devils the other way. Bailey gets the baseline cut off. Clark for 3, no good. Tries to draw contact. And when all is said and done, Matthew Vivian will chase down the leather, and here come the Panthers. The energy in this gym is just electrifying. Vivian takes it strong to the hole. And a good job off of Wagner, and it looked like it was going to hit Vivian's foot, and he was out of bounds. But able to miss, keeps possession here with Thetford. Vivian for 3. Rebound, Vivian, way to follow your shot, but stepping in the passing lane is Evan Bailey, and almost finishing at the other end. But Matthew Vivian able to get back, but drawing the foul is Bailey. That will be the 2nd on Vivian and the 4th on Thetford.
Looks like Hunter Clay getting ready to check back into the ball game for Thetford. He will come in and replace Vivian with the Panthers ahead by 10.
And a good time for Vivian with 1:25 to go in the third quarter. Both shots for the senior Bailey are good.
Yeah, I would say he is more than earned a little bit of a breather, Lori. He has been zooming around the court, to say the least.
Clay with the step through and finishing at the rim is Hunter Clay. 4 points on the night for Clay. Up ahead to Clark. To Bailey. Wagner in the low post. Pull up by Clark. And falling into the hands of Dylan Vance. Here come the Panthers. Tracking it down is Vance. Skip over to Clay. Step through. Wow, what a great save by Connor Sloop, the sophomore. Wow, what a hustle save. And to guess who? Mr. McGovern for 6 threes. I mean, he wasn't on the baseline this time. Wow.
I was going to say, Lori, he can shoot from anywhere, I guess, not just the baseline. However, responding for the Blue Devils is Evan Bailey with a 3-ball of his own. Stands at an 11-point deficit.
2 threes for Evan Bailey. 6 threes for Dempsey McGovern. Attacking the baseline nicely and laying it in is Dempsey McGovern. Not only does he have a three-point ball, he can fake and finish at the rim.
Excellent ball fakes by McGovern a handful of times tonight to finish at the rim uncontested. The Panthers doing really well to take advantage of any extra opportunities they are given, especially when they're able to push in transition.
Well, that ends 3 quarters. I don't know where those 8 minutes went. Brandon and I will step out for a quick Gatorade break, and when we come back, the 4th quarter, Panthers up by 13.
Thanks for joining us on this CVTsport.net local high school sports video production. If you'd like to help support our coverage, you can use the Venmo or PayPal app and just scan the QR codes above to donate and help support our free live coverage. If you'd like to join the CVTsport.net team, we're always looking for producers, commentators, and camera people. Email info@cvtsport.net for more information. Thanks for watching.
Back here at Williamstown High School, and I again have no idea where that 3rd quarter went. 13-point lead for Thetford. Hoop fans, you are watching this production on CVTV723.org and CVTsport.net. Stick around after the game when Brandon Walker, our producer and color guy, will be picking the CVTsport.net player of the game. Quick hands by Evan Bailey. And they're going to run the floor over to Alex Clark, who finishes at the rim. Nine points for the sophomore Clark. And answering at the other end, quick ball movement is Dylan Vance, and picking up his 4th foul will be Nick Massetti, who had just re-entered the game for Coach Sweet and the Blue Devils.
Going to be a tough foul to overcome. However, Lori, I'm curious, if you're Coach Sweet, do you roll the dice and keep him in this ball game?
Hard.
Down by double digits?
Because when Massetti left that game was when Thetford went back on that run.
Have Colby Wagner waiting in the wings on the bench right now. However, the versatility of Massetti will be missed if he does depart from the ball game. However, he is staying out there for the time being.
And 1 of 2 for Vance from the foul line, 12-point lead. Into the game for Williamstown, Ronan Kate, a senior guard. Trying to get it down low to Massetti is Bailey. And I tell you what, they are fronting and backing Nick Massetti right now. It is going to be difficult to get it into Massetti. It's going to have to be off some quick perimeter ball movement and quick entry passes. Taking it out for the Devils will be Chris Collins, inbounding it into Bailey. 3-pointer for Bailey. Got a good look, and pulling it away is Massetti. Up and under, kicks it back out to Collins, who hits the 3. Big bucket for the sophomore guard. That's the first time I've seen them make a skip pass where it wasn't a decent pass. But it goes off of Kate. It will stay right here with Thetford.
Just a little bit over eager there, where the Panthers seeing the open teammate and being unselfish as they have been all night. However, Coach Jason Gray talked about the emphasis of taking care of the basketball. I'm sure he will not be happy if he sees many more passes like that one, Lori.
And McGovern, a little angle was a little too tough. But at the other end, Vance rips down a big defensive board for Thetford. Vance with the ball in his hands, into that trap. And Coach Gray will call a 30-second timeout. So timeout on the floor, smart timeout by Coach Gray. And we'll take it to 6:32 to go in the game. Panthers on top by 9.
This game is made possible by cvtv723.org. If you want to support live streamed Spalding High School sports, please go to cvtv723.org and look for the Donate Now tab.
Back here at Williamstown High School, Laura Shepard alongside Brandon Walker, Garrett Sicily on the camera. Hoop fans, you are watching this live production on cvtv723.org and cvtsport.net out of a 30-second timeout by the Panthers. And a great timeout by Coach Gray as they were definitely caught in that trap. The Blue Devils are picking up the intensity, but along that baseline goes Dylan Vance, and able to finish out the rim softly.
Nice job of Vance by taking what the defense gave him there, recognized that the over-rotation had occurred from Williamstown as they extended that 1-3-1 zone, and he slipped in underneath along the baseline, received the pass, and laid it in softly.
And in the game for Williamstown, a senior forward, Liam Herbert, and Evan Bailey is starting to heat up for the Blue Devils. 3 threes on the night, 2 coming in the second half. Vance back up to Clay. McGovern to Murphy. Very nice ball movement by the Panthers. The skip back on top to Clay. Oh, and just losing a handle as he cut to the basket was Murphy. Here comes Evan Bailey the other way and finishing at the rim. For Williamstown, it is a 6-point lead for the Panthers. And Bailey with the steal from behind and laying it in. That will prompt Coach Jason Gray to call a full timeout. 5:08 to go, 4-point lead for the Panthers. We'll be right back.
Vermont middle and high school students can start college for free at the Community College of Vermont. Get a taste of college life and learn about options after high school by attending an Access Day and enrolling in our Intro to College and Careers class. Juniors and seniors are eligible for 2 dual enrollment vouchers, each good for 1 free CCV course. And seniors can complete their last year of high school and first year of college at the same time through the Early College Program. They can even stay at CCV and earn a free associate degree through the McClure Free Degree Promise. Learn more at gotocollegevt.org.
Back here at Williamstown High School, out of a full timeout by the Thetford Panthers. And a partner, we've got a ball game here. 4-point lead for the Panthers. Evan Bailey, 17 points, 12 of those coming here in the second half. Let's see what kind of answer the Panthers have. Vance down on the baseline. Back out to Murphy, over to Clay. In the high post is Slope. And a nice job on that backdoor cut again.
Excellent possession out of the timeout by the Panthers, running the play just as Coach Gray drew it up, and finishing again at the rim, slipping in on the short corner was Dylan Vance. However, on fire on the other side of the basketball is Evan Bailey, knocking down the triple from the corner, and it is a 3-point ball game.
And a timeout on the floor for Williamstown. 53 to 54, 27 to go. We'll be right back.
This game is also made possible by Vermont Fellowship of Christian Athletes, established in 1954, a community working to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. You can find more information at fcavermont.org, and you can contact them by email at glennolson@fca.org.
Up here at Williamstown High School, Hoop fans, you're watching this game live on CBTV723.org and CBTsport.net. Evan Bailey is on fire. 3-point lead for the Panthers. And a trap in the corner. Step to the pass is key here for the Panthers. And stepping right into the passing lane is Horace. The tip to Evan Bailey, who gets it over to Alex Clark. On top to Massetti. Back to Clark, who attacks baseline. And again, a great job by the Thetford Panthers on cutting off that baseline.
And Lori, we talked about it at halftime. If the Blue Devils could ramp up that defensive pressure, it's the first time all game we've seen the Panthers a bit out of sorts on the offensive end. Creating those turnovers has been key as Williamstown has clawed their way, no pun intended, back into this game.
Horace with the shot, able to get his own rebound. Here goes Bailey. And the rebound by Hunter Clay. Three-point lead for the Panthers. Slope in that high post. Vance and Vivian on the baseline. Play down to Vivian. Oh, and losing a handle with Slope, but able to corral it and get it back to Vivian. They'll reset the offense. Good job by Vivian, understanding that he did not have a good shot. Brings it back out. Play to Vivian. A little under 3 minutes to go here. Good patience by Thetford. And the kick. And the extra point is good.
If nothing else, Lori, these long possessions by the Panthers will eventually wear down the energy of the Blue Devils, if not their focus. You know, it's easy to get caught up as you're lulled to sleep by all the passing that the Panthers are doing right now. However, I do respect the level of blanking right now, Lori, but the way that they were able to stick to their assignments for the duration of that possession.
And Hunter Clay pulls up with an 8-footer from the baseline, and that was sweet. So the lead is back to 5. With 2:35 to go, we're going to have a foul. This foul is going to go on Connor Sloop. That is his third. And the team's first, and that's the other interesting thing. Both ball clubs with this intense defense just have 1 foul apiece in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and that could be tricky coming down the stretch, as if you get into the situation where you need to foul and force a team to the free throw line, Lori. They're going to have a lot of ground to make up if they're going to do so in the latter stage of this game.
We started the pregame talking about Matthew Vivian, and that was great defense by Vivian, forcing the bad pass on the out-of-bounds play by Williamstown. High post to Vance, back out to Vivian. Slopes on that baseline. And losing a handle was Clay up ahead to Clark, who pulls it back out, back to Clark for 3 from the baseline. And hits the side of the rim, but he is fouled on the shot by Dylan Vance as he came down.
Great job by Clark there, seeking his space and finding it, drawing that foul now with an opportunity to make this just a 2-point ball game after these 3 shots from the free throw line.
10 points on the night for the sophomore guard. First shot rattles out. 1 for 3 so far for Clark from the charity stripe. Second shot is up and good. Into the game for Williamstown, a sophomore guard, Keaton Hull. Third shot by Clark is good. And a 3-point game. Timeout on the floor. We've got a full timeout, and we'll take it to 55-52. 2:08 to go.
Thanks for joining us on this CVTsport.net local high school sports video production. If you'd like to help support our coverage, you can use the Venmo or PayPal app and just scan the QR codes above to donate and help support our free live coverage. If you'd like to join the CVTsport.net team, we're always looking for producers, commentators, and camera people. Email info@cvtsport.net for more information. Thanks for watching.
Back here at Williamstown High School, Lori Shepard alongside Brandon Walker and Garrett Sicily on the camera. And with 2:08 to go, a 3-point lead for the Panthers. This is the closest Williamstown has gotten, well, since the opening. Full court pressure by the Blue Devils. Up ahead to Vance. Vance will pull it out. Skips over to Clay. Down to McGovern. Down on the low block to Connor Sloop for 2.
Well, you talk about composure, Lori. Just a sophomore.
Yep.
Sloop stepping up in a big critical moment for the Panthers and using his body to create space and lay the ball in, extending their lead to 5.
And you saw with Connor Sloop, he knew it. I got to get possession of the ball first. He's starting to look at that rim, so good job corralling. Possession's going to stay right here with the Blue Devils. Clark over to Keaton Hall. And again, a foul on a 3-point shot. That is going to cause Coach Gray some gray hairs.
Right as you say that, Lori, he is checking in with Dempsey McGovern, who committed that foul on Hall, asking him now to come over and stand beside him so he can have a conversation as Hall takes these 3 free throws.
First shot by Hall, side iron. These are like a gift.
And you know the senior knows better. You know in his mind he's disappointed in himself even that he committed that
Yes,
foul. However,
definitely.
I will say, Keaton Hall did come up just short on that 3-point attempt. So I think had he not made contact, that ball might have gone in the basket.
And now we have a violation. I think that's going to go on Alex Clark. So we don't get that third foul shot off of the violation, and the possession will go back to Thetford with a 4-point lead. What a great job by Keaton Hall. Hunter Clay was caught in the corner off of Hall. Boy, it's going to be tough for them to inbound against Massetti. Clay able to corral it, and Massetti with his, and Massetti taking a chance, stepping in that passing lane with 4 fouls, not able to knock it down. And I do believe the foul is going to go on Massetti. And that'll be Massetti's 5th foul.
Tough one to take there for the Blue Devils. Excellent hustle by Massetti. However, after he missed the layup, continued to fight for possession, let the moment get to him, and picked up that 5th foul. Will be a tough one to overcome for the Blue Devils. However, there is still 1:26 to go, Lori. Plenty of time with only a 4-point deficit.
Plenty of time. And Nick Massetti, the junior, finishes the night with 16 points. Back in the game for Williamstown, Carter Smith, and out is Lagner.
Maybe going quickness over size on this defensive possession, it looks like Sid Sweet and the Blue Devils.
Ball in the hands of Vivian to Clay. 1:15 to go. And a great job of rotating back is Evan Bailey. And as Evan Bailey goes to knock it out, it actually goes off of Connor Sloop. And Bailey saw that one perfectly. So 1:15 to go, 57-53. Panthers clinging to the 4-point lead. Vivian up in Bailey's right up in Bailey's grill, but we're going to have a travel call by the Blue Devils. So with 1 minute to go, exactly 1 minute to go.
Checking back into the game is senior guard Liam Murphy, replacing Sloop.
And Hunter Clay drawing the foul. I believe that's going to go on Liam Hebert. That is 4 team fouls on the Blue Devils. First on Hebert. Next one will put the Panthers at the line. Up ahead to McGovern. And there's Evan Bailey again. And here come the Blue Devils. Bailey to Clark. Over to Hull. Back to Hull for 3. And that was a little deflection, a little finger on that. We've got a foul. I think it's going to go on Hebert, as it looked like Dylan Vance had possession of that rebound. Coming back into the game will be Horace and Lagner for Williamstown.
Blue Devils are getting the looks they want, just
Yes.
a bit rushed as the presence of the Panthers, who are very, very quick to rotate over and help out when needed. Just disturbing the shots, unable to make them fall right now.
So Vance steps to the line for Thetford, where he was 2 of 4, make that 2 of 5. Plenty of time here. We're going to have a timeout on the floor first. Timeout by the Blue Devils, and we'll take it too. 40 seconds to go. Panthers clinging to a 4-point lead.
Granite, coffee, manufacturing, food.
It's not easy to make a living in Vermont. We really are the bank behind almost every industry. We care about businesses growing and succeeding because that success is our success. We're a $1 billion bank made up of thousands of Vermont businesses.
Our customers make fresh coffee for great conversations and pull us out of the ditch on a cold, snowy night.
Wherever you are laying down your roots, taking a risk, building a dream, we're here.
Back here at Williamstown High School, out of the timeout. 40 seconds to go. Stepping to the line will be Dylan Vance, the senior. Missing the first was Vance. 1 left at the charity stripe, 4-point lead. Shot is up and good. And getting it quickly up ahead on that diagonal pass from Keaton Hall, just off his fingertips. A little bit too much mustard on that, trying to corral it. We'll give the ball back to the Panthers. Into McGovern. And McGovern is fouled quickly. This one will go on Keaton Hall. Again, the Panthers are in the bonus.
You can feel the presence of Masidi being missed by the Blue Devils. Both, trying to set up defensively. However, on the offensive end, just giving them that presence down low to continue to space the floor for both Alex Clark and Evan Bailey.
And McGovern hits the first. McGovern with 6 3-pointers on the night. And point 28 on 2 for 2 from the foul line. Back in for Williamstown, Ronan Kate, along with Chase Wilkin, the freshman guard. Bailey trying to get some space against Vivian, pulls up for 3, front of the iron. And Clay with the rebound. And we're going to have a backcourt call. It was called by the official on the other side. Explains to Coach Gray. And back in is Clark and Lagner for Williamstown, 16.8. 7-point lead as they've hit their foul shots. Partner, you said it was going to come down to foul shots.
Yep, I'm sure both teams, when they tally up those free throws at the end of the game, will be feeling mixed ways about their performance from the free throw line, as Colby Lagner makes a strong move in the post, finishes to cut the lead to just 5 with 13 seconds to go in the ball game.
And a full time out on the floor will take it to 5-point lead for the Panthers.
Thanks for joining us on this CVTsport.net local high school sports video production. If you'd like to help support our coverage, you can use the Venmo or PayPal app and just scan the QR codes above to donate and help support our free live coverage. If you'd like to join the CVTsport.net team, we're always looking for producers, commentators, and camera people. Email info@cvtsport.net for more information. Thanks for watching.
Back here at Williamstown High School, Laura Shepard alongside Brandon Walker and Garrett Sicily on the camera. Fans, you are watching this exciting, to say the least, game on CVTV, 723.org, and CVTsport.net. 13 seconds to go, inbounding at Clay to Vance, and the quick foul will send Vance back to the line, the senior Dylan Vance, where he is 3 for 6 from the line. Trip before was 2 for 2 by McGovern.
You could see that Clark immediately fouling. I think Vance is the one they wanted the ball to go to. However, converting the first of 2 at the line. Great job by the senior.
Definitely didn't want to send McGovern to the line. Second shot by Vance. Rattles around and out. And the rebound by Clay, but tipped over to Alex Clark. Trying to get it to Bailey. The skip over to Kate. And he banks in the 3 right at the buzzer. Entertaining is an understatement of these 32 minutes of basketball here at Williamstown High School. Betcha. Brandon and I will step out for a quick Gatorade break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the scoring, and Brandon will have the CVTsport.net player of the game.
Williamstown boys basketball is made possible by Hart Electric. 802-431-8474 for all your electrical needs out of Williamstown, Vermont. Hart Electric. And by Pro Heat. 1689 Vermont 14 in East Montpelier. 802-479-9330. Professional, reliable, and on time. Also by Sweets Pellet Service out of Williamstown, Vermont, 802-461-9194. Also by Sweets Plumbing and Heating, 802-498-4918. Also brought to you by Yipes of Barry. Auto accessories, apparel, graphics, signs, and banners on 439 North Main Street in Barry, 479-0055. Williamstown boys basketball is also made possible by Barry Tile, Morrison, and Clark on Vermont 14, 889 South Barry. For all your tile and flooring needs, Barry Tile, Morrison, and Clark, 802-476-0912. And also brought to you by McCaskill Custom Carpentry. They're insured and they offer full free estimates. They do siding, roofing, additions, new builds, finish work, concrete. They offer interior and exterior painting. They are lead paint removal and renovation, and they are RRPM certified in lead paint. They also offer cleanouts, trash hauling, and gravel hauling. You can reach McCaskill Custom Carpentry at 802-272-8198 or email them at mikemccaskill13@gmail.com. That's McCaskill Custom Carpentry.
Back here at Williamstown High School, Lori Shepard alongside Brandon Walker and Garrett Sisley, our cameraman, on the spot tonight. And what an entertaining game. We knew it was going to be. Went right down to the wire. Thetford comes away with a big win to improve to 6-1 on the season. The loss to the Blue Devils drops them to 4-4 on the season. Both ball clubs with 3 games this week. CVT Sport will be back Friday night at Spalding High School, where the Crimson Tide will be taking on the Thetford Academy Panthers. So 2 times we're going to get a look at the Panthers this week. I wanted to mention in the JV game, Williamstown coming away with a 62-38 win. Partner, I'm going to throw it your way. I know you know who you're picking for the CVTsport.net player of the game.
Yeah, Lori, I have to say there were a couple of options that stood out for the Panthers here tonight in this winning effort. I'd like to give a kudos to both Dylan Vance and Matthew Vivian. Vivian with that defensive effort and intensity for the Panthers all game long. Vance able to find the seams in the defense, coming up with some big buckets when they needed them, and a force for them on the boards as well.
Big time.
However, shooting the lights out and would not be denied all night long was Dempsey McGovern, the senior guard. He had an excellent night. 28 points, I believe we said unofficially.
28.
Smooth stroke from the free throw line, going 2 for 2 there, as well as beyond the arc with 6 3-point field goals.
6 3-pointers, and like you commented on, Brandon, in the first half, that baseline is not an easy shot, and he owns it, and then he steps out to the wing, and then he finishes at the basket. So congratulations to Dempsey McGovern, the senior guard. You are our CVTsport.net player of the game. Partner, thank you so much. What a great game tonight. One more time from Williamstown High School. Thetford Academy Panthers come away with a 61-58 victory to improve to 6-1 on the season. For my producer, Brandon Walker, Garrett Sisley on the camera, I am Lori Shepard. One more time, 61-58. Thetford Panthers come away with a big road victory. Be safe, everyone.
This has been a local sports video production brought to you by CVTsport.net, your local sports video leader. We'd like to thank our longtime partners, CVTV723.org, channel 192 and 194, Central Vermont Community Access Television, and Orca Media, Onion River Community Access Television in the greater Montpelier area is media for the people.
My daddy made this. Daddy!